I'm going to casually mention to you something that's very scary indeed, and tell you what the alien agenda is. And it's going to sound very familiar. The alien agenda is the complete takeover of this planet, the killing off of 5, 6 to 7/8 of the world's population by the year 2029. U.S. military has known about this for 45 years. They've told no one. As far as I know, I'm the only person standing before a crowd talking about the alien agenda, secretively. Okay. Back in 1954, I'll give you a quick overview. There was the created 1954 treaty where Eisenhower signed a pact with the known alien species of the time. There were 3 at the time. Said that we're going to deal in high technology, but you can take a few head of cattle and a few human beings and you can experiment on them. It's unthinkable. It's stuff straight out of the Nazi death camps, and I'm kidding you not, it's plain BS, and it's got to stop. Now, the created 1954 treaty had been violated. After the great firefight, the alien-human war, I am the only living survivor talking about it worldwide at all. Only one. The other 2 are in nursing homes in Canada, and the Canadian government refuses to allow any U.S. people, including myself, to talk to them because they are afraid of kidnapping. Probably the reason I got shot to pieces and 11 attempts on my life is I am a direct threat to the entire system. The New World Order, the alien agenda is one and the same. It's world takeover and the decimation of the population of this planet. Now, I'm going to tell you something a little bit different about the alien species. The bad news ones, there are 9 races of alien populations. To look at a human being as a bag of food. They're not cannibals. They don't eat the flesh and the bones and all that kind of stuff. They use the glandular secretions of animals and human beings as a mixture of the vitamins for their food. They get high off of our adrenal gland substances called adrenochrome. It's something like cocaine to them. What can we do about it? Right now, if we do nothing, we can do nothing about it, and it'll continue to go on. Basically, we'll be led in the dark, and you'll keep seeing more and more people disappear. Right now, there's 100,000 children totally unaccountable through FBI archives, cannot be traced anywhere. They haven't been murdered. Nobody's ever seen them. I think they're hauled underneath in some of these bases, and they are summarily done away with, and they are literally eaten. Now, that is a scary thing indeed. And I'm not asking you to believe me in toto. I am asking you to seriously do enough homework that you can go out through the public record, through the congressional records, find out who's voting for what, and go from there. Do your own program. Do your own agenda, and do your own speaking out. And if enough of us do this, there is some saving grace. However, we don't have a whole heap of time left. Technological governments on this planet are raping the planet. We're going to run out of everything that we need. They're going to pollute everything in sight in the better part of 20 years. Now, I know you've heard some poppycock stories. Oh, we're going to run out of coal. We're going to run out of gasoline. We're going to run out of this, that, and the other. And 25 and 30 years ago, you heard all this hogwash. Well, don't believe it. Basically, anything you read in a paper, you should take with a grain of salt. Start reading on what is missing out of the article. Ask yourself, what's missing in this?
Phil Schneider said he was a structural engineer and explosives expert with high-level clearance. He was hired to help build deep underground military bases. These are massive facilities miles underground, connected by high-speed rail systems running through tunnels melted into solid rock. In 1979, while drilling near Dulce, New Mexico, his team broke into a natural cavern, and it wasn't empty. Inside were several 7 to 8 foot tall grays. Pale skin, large black eyes. He said they had a very strong ammonia odor. Sharp, chemical-like, overpowering. They didn't speak. The communication was telepathic, just an instant awareness on both sides that something was wrong. One of the beings moved toward them, and Phil reacted. He pulled a Walther PPK and fired, killing 2 of them. Another Gray raised his arm and released what he described as a blue energy beam. It hit him in the chest, burned him severely, and blew several of his fingers off.
I killed 2 of them. Yes, they're mortal and they do die. One of them just kind of waved his hand in front of his chest, and the next thing I know, this blue beam hit me and just literally opened me up like a fish. Burnt my fingers right off of me. It was some form of electrical force, kind of like being hit by a lightning bolt. Burned all my toenails off of me. Crispy crittered my left foot. Burnt the shoe right off of me.
A Green Beret grabbed him and shoved him into a lift cage, sending him back up the shaft, while a firefight broke out below. 66 soldiers died. Only 3 survived. For years, Phil Schneider toured the country, showing his blown off fingers, showing his scars, displaying alien medals, and warning about a secret treaty between the government and non-human entities. In 1996, he was found dead. Official cause: suicide. Authorities said he wrapped a rubber medical catheter tube around his neck multiple times and tied it tight. But his family said no way it was a suicide because he had missing fingers and limited hand function, so he couldn't have been able to tie those knots himself.